Summer is here, and with the heat comes the dreaded emerald ash borer. And Dr. Rodney St. of Ryan Lawn and Tree is here to talk about that. Here we go again, EAB, the emerald ash borer. And remind us again, what exactly is this little thing?
So it's a insect that came from Asia, imported on some shipping cargoes. It probably ended up in Detroit area several years ago, and it eats ash trees. It eats them and kills them all dead, kind of like what the Dutch elm disease did 20 years ago. It destroyed all the American elms. This is going to destroy all the ash trees, probably in the whole country.
Really? Every ash tree?
Every ash tree, absolutely. And there's 4 million ash trees in the Kansas City area, and it's going to get them all.
My goodness. So it's going to go after all the ash trees, and there's nothing, they're all going to die? That's it?
Well, there's treatment options, and one of the best options is to use a treatment protection program that injects the medicine right into the tree. So an arborist will drill little holes into the trunk of the tree and inject the treatment right into the tree. Right. And what we've seen in Michigan and Chicago and even in our own trials here in Kansas City, that's 90 to 95% effective. I mean, we've been treating trees here in Kansas City for 4 or 5 years now, and we definitely have been saving trees. It's pretty striking to see, one side of the street where the trees are still alive that we've protected, right, and the other side where the trees have died, and some of them are even being removed already.
So how do we know? I mean, some people can identify trees and plants and everything just like nothing, but how do we know an oak tree from an elm tree, from a maple tree, from an ash tree? How do we know we have that?
That's $1 million question, isn't it? So I mean, you can Google things and try to use guides,
right?
But the easiest thing is just to call somebody. I mean, call an expert. Call us. We'll come out for free, tell you whether or not you have an ash tree, right, and then try to tell you whether or not, help you make a decision on whether that tree is valuable enough, healthy enough, and good enough and worth to save. Because some trees are malformed and poorly shaped and not worth saving, but other trees that you planted because of a loved one that died or something is very important to you. We can protect those. And
trees. Try to protect that. Because I do remember the whole Dutch elm disease thing. Because on the street I grew up on, we had elm trees all up and down, and then now they're all gone.
And you'd think we'd learn when after those elm trees all died, they said, "Hey, let's plant another tree. Let's do ash tree." Boom, boom, boom. So they went down the street with ash trees, and now we're going to have the same type of thing.
So in addition to identifying it properly, and then finding out about how to deal with the disease, what else can we do? What else should we do?
So, the big thing is with this disease, this insect, is that it is prevention, because the adult beetle lays its eggs on the outside of the tree, then the eggs hatch and they grow and do all the damage on the inside of the tree. So you won't see the damage until the tree has become severely damaged, and it usually starts at the top. So that's another reason. So if you have an ash tree now and it's in good health, you definitely want to protect it now, and if you want to keep it. Otherwise, it'll be too late. Once you see the damage, it's usually too late.
When it's really, because it starts at the top, unless you call somebody who's a professional, it's going to be a tough thing to make the call on.
And that's the easiest thing to do, is just call somebody, we'll come out and take a look, tell you whether or not you have an ash tree, and tell you what you can do about it.
And do it year in and year out.
Yes.
All the time. Now, do you have anything special for people watching?
No, just a free inspection.
Oh, good. That's special right there.
Absolutely. And try to get it done and get it protected and prevented.
That's what you need to do. You call Ryan Lawn and Tree now at 913-381-1505 for your free inspection, or visit online, ryanlawn.com. That's the place to go, and you can learn more. Thank you. We always learn a lot, Doctor.